Hello everybody and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. In the last episode when we left off here finishing up the Dwarf woodlands, and in today's episode we're going to go into the mysterious tower, but not before we actually go into the menu here, into items, and sorry, some stuff stuck in my throat. And equip the treasure trove, which actually has the same amount of strength as the Earthshaker we had before, but has a little bit, just a tiny little bit more magic to it, which will be very useful going forward. I did forget to look up the recipe for fire surge, so that's going to be an issue. But let's land here and I can look that up during the cutscenes, because there's going to be a lot of cutscenes here, like this one. So, I looked it up during that cutscene. There's some things around here I will want. I played Kingdom Hearts 2 today again, it's really confusing. There's a couple of different ways to make Fire Surge. That being Binding Strike and Fire Up, Confusion Strike and Fire Up, Fire Strike and Fire Up, and Ignite and Fire Dash. So, I'm not entirely sure what the best recipe for me to go about doing that is, but definitely we'll want to upgrade our fire to Fire Ra, because we're going to need that either way. And then I think probably Fire Dash would be the best, because I think we can buy that one, and we might already have one of those. So... or we have a sliding dash, so we can probably make a fire dash fairly easily, I imagine. So that's probably the way we're going to be doing that. As soon as we make one of them, we can just buy the rest. We do need to make a couple of them to get the fire boosts we need, though, because I think you can get up to 3 or maybe even 5 fire boosts abilities, which obviously I need to have that because of the whole, like, fire-based strategy. Talking about which, we did not equip Flame Salvo yet, so let's do that first. Magic recipe, that is very nice. Sliding dash, and maybe I can already make it. Let's see. Fire dash, that is. Sliding dash and fire. This might make fire dash. I'm going to... let's see. I'm going to go with Shimmering Crystal for this one, just because I'm pretty sure it's going to give me a fire boost. Fire Screen. At least it gives me Fire Dash, which is... oh, and then I need Ignite, but I don't know how to get Ignite. So... that might not be the best way of going about doing that. How do I get Ignite? We'll figure this out live on the spot. Ignite is purchased after 4 worlds are cleared at the command shop. I don't know if this one counts as a world clear. If it does, we can just get Ignite and some fire dashes and we'll be fine.
Master Yensid. My name is Terra.
Yes, Ericus's pupil. I've been expecting you. It is the Unversed.
Yes, Master Yensid. I thought it best to seek the counsel of one wiser than myself.
I am no longer a master. I doffed that mantle.
But
Yet
sir,
you're teaching somebody.
wasn't that your pupil I passed on the way in?
Exactly.
He had a keyblade.
You refer to Mickey. He too sought guidance here. As a king, he is good and kind, but the weight of a crown has not cured him of impetuousness. He has left with an object whose power he does not understand nor know how to control. Mickey imagines my star shard will be of help in his current quest, and like you, he is eager to use his keyblade to set things right.
I'm not sure I even understand what's wrong. Master Xehanort is missing. And now I've learned there's a masked boy who is controlling those unversed on the loose.
To arrive at the truth, perhaps you should approach things differently. First, consider them one and the same problem.
Master Xehanort and the unversed are connected somehow?
I must not make assumptions.
And because of that, the entirety of the series happens.
That is where you should begin.
Yes, sir.
I had hoped, Xehanort, your heart would no longer lead you astray.
You see, that really feels like he's talking about his old pupil. Like, he used to be his master. That's what it feels like to me. Please tell me I'm not insane.
Master Xehanort!
Terra, come see me at once.
Okay, so to get Fire Boost, we need to make Fire Surge through an A-type recipe, which means that we're going to need to do the recipe with Flame Edge and Fire. And to get Flame Edge, we're going to need to combine Stun Edge and Fire. So I'm going to go ahead and get me a new Fire. I think I already have a Stun Edge. So then I can make a Flame Edge, boil 4 of those, get some Fire Res, I'll make what I need, I think.
Master Xehanort. I have been to other worlds. I know all about the things you've done. I just don't understand why.
Someone had to safeguard the light from the demon I unleashed. You must know about the boy by now, the one in the mask. His name is Vanitas, a creature of pure
Check out
darkness,
Sundays.
one of my making.
Vanitas. Are you telling me he came from you?
He came from Ventus.
Ventus?
Yes. Vanitas is the darkness that was inside your
Arguable.
friend. It was an accident. While training with me, Ventus succumbed to darkness, and there was but one way to save him. Strip that part of him away, and thus Vanitas was made. In the process, I damaged Ventus' heart in the most horrific way. So, I did what I felt was right and left him with Heracus. I knew the boy could not stay with me, the man who did him such grievous harm.
Union Cross will have to
Master Xehanort.
talk about this more.
Ventus
Because
has gotten a lot better since then. You
Vanitas
shouldn't blame yourself for trying to save him.
isn't actually just Ventus'
Well,
darkness.
thank you, lad.
So taking him away shouldn't damage Ventus' heart.
Yes.
Unless Ventus' heart to begin with was damaged by
That's
Vanitas.
what it was.
We'll need more information on this, because they're retconning stuff, creating like plot holes, which need to be filled in again. I don't mind retcons that create plot holes, as long as those plot holes then get filled in with more information. That is what a ever-expanding lore like something like Kingdom Hearts does. But does make me eager to see if they actually fuck that up as well. They probably will. Ventus' theme, by the way, one of my favorite pieces of music in the entire
That
series.
boy, is he okay?
I'll go see.
I learned to play it on the piano a couple of years ago. Don't know if I still like have the muscle memory to do so. Probably do after a little bit of practice.
What's your name?
Ventus.
You can talk.
And I'm also like a couple of thousand years old, apparently.
Aqua, come here.
Hi, I'm Aqua.
Terra. Aqua.
So, are you here to train with us? Where are you from? Who is that man with you? You good with a keyblade?
Only if you had your charity with you.
What's the matter?
Are you okay?
I don't know how that would help him in this situation, actually.
Nothing. I just asked him some stuff.
Ventus cannot tell you anything. Because he cannot remember anything.
Maybe charity would help that, actually. Huh.
Master, why is Vanitas still free?
Ah, yes. Well, I did my best to contain him the moment he emerged, but...
He managed to escape.
Vanitas uses the Keyblade to sow seeds of darkness. And now you see the world's teem with his ghastly underlings.
The Unversed.
He has no control over the darkness in his heart. The Keyblade is not his to bear. He's an abomination beyond hope of salvation. Lend me your strength, Terra. Right this wrong that I have wrought.
But I have no idea where to find him.
What I can tell you about Vanitas amounts to this. His darkness is drawn to the light which he seeks to disrupt, and then destroy. It
Wait.
stands to reason
Okay.
that he will strike next in the City of Light, Radiant Garden.
Now that we know that time travel is a thing, this cutscene has some like major different implications.
Don't worry, Master. I'll take care of Vanitas.
Like, for theory, further anyway, because what if when they travel back in time at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 because they lose, they don't just travel back in time to like 20 minutes before? What if they travel back all the way and Terra's having these flashbacks here because he's already like been through all of that? That would be insane. It's never going to be confirmed, but could be an interesting thought. So yeah, I did some Googling, and we need shimmering crystals and stuff like that. We'll get to that when we get to that. Probably not this episode, probably next episode we'll get to that. Maybe. I do need to do a little bit of farming for it though. But I think this is actually a really good place to do that farming. So we might be able to do that just through the course of naturally killing enemies here. This is one of those situations where you want to use the Aqua D-Link, if I remember correctly. And we now have a better Keyblade for magic as well. So that is going to be fantastic. Let's use the Aqua D-Link. I do want to get the second tier for it, I think. Maybe, I don't know that I do, actually. Maybe it's better not to get that. I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Hey, Fire Strike! I'd very much like to have that in my main deck, because I'd like to use it to meld commands. That didn't hit anything. Wow. Let's Magna you. I think, oh man, I really just need to pay a little bit more attention with these enemies around, because this could be a tricky situation, to say the least. You need to go. You need to get damaged, and I think I just blew one up to the point where it's gonna explode. I don't know why I did that there. That doesn't make any sense. Magnet actually causes damage. I forgot that. It causes really slow... It's just a little bit of damage, but it's damage. So that could help in the long run. Let's... Shit, that's not good. I didn't equip Flame Salvo. I need to equip Flame Salvo. This is not going to work with these Heartless. They're not Heartless, so admittedly, that makes sense. Because usually they just blow the fuck up when you do that, but they didn't this time, so I'll take it, honestly. I think this is the last wave, and I didn't get a single upgrade for the D-Link, which is insane. And Sonic Shadows level 5. Just before we're going to swap it out. I should have, again, used Flaming Salvo for that one. My mistake. Hello, Xehanort!
What's Master Xehanort doing here? Maybe he found something out.
You literally just talked to him. How much of an idiot can you be? A pretty big idiot, as it turns out. So... I've still not really considered what we're gonna do with the episodes here. I'm thinking, and hear me out on this one, I think after beating this we can go to Disney Town place right away. So what we'll probably end up doing is going up to the wannabe God armor in this episode, then start the next episode with Braig, and then finish it up with doing the Disney Town stuff. That seems reasonable enough, because Disney Town is a rather short... Don't skip. It's a rather short world.
Why can't I
so that could probably fit together.
This address exactly?
And I need to do it anyway, so... Even though I don't particularly enjoy it.
Excuse me, Your Elderness.
Huh?
I believe you dropped this book.
Did I? Oh, I'm very sad to say this isn't one of mine, but what a remarkable book it is. This unassuming volume seems
Hold
to
on.
have the unusual effect of awakening one's innermost abilities.
Hold on.
A book that makes people stronger? If it's all right, Your Elderness, might I have
In
a
Kingdom Hearts
closer look?
1,
The name is Merlin. I'm a powerful wizard, and I'll have you know a lot of wisdom comes with age. Anyway, as I said, the book is not mine, but
Well, then whose is it?
keep it here for you.
Thank you, Merlin.
because in Kingdom Hearts 1... Wait, you can go inside Merlin's house? I forgot about that. I thought you couldn't. Oh, we got a Shimmering Crystals. Actually, exactly what we need. In Kingdom Hearts 1, Sid tells you that the book belongs to Merlin and you've got to bring it back to him in Traverse Town. But now we learn that that's not even true. Where did the book come from? If it's not Merlin, it's always in Merlin's house. Where is it? Is this time travel? The only answer. It has to be time travel. It can't be anything else. I mean, he popped into existence right there in front of us. You're led to believe it's teleporting. It's time travel. Everything is time travel now. Okay, so Fire Dash actually exists in here, which is wonderful. So all we have to do is make a Fire Ra, I think, right? Let's triple check this. Wrong one. Let's see. So type A recipe is Fire Strike and Fire Ra. So let's go with... Where is Fire Strike again? I can't find it. Oh, it's Fire Strike, and I don't have Fire Dash. I made a Fire Dash. That's the thing. I don't have Fire Strike yet. But Fire Strike can be made with Stun Edge and Fire. So let's start with that. So we need one more Fire, is what I'm hearing, and I think we already have a Stun Edge. Let's see. Meld command, we have a Stun Edge, we only need a Fire. So what we're going to end up doing here is we're going to get rid of Vision Fire again for the time being, even though it's a pretty good spell. We're going to get rid of Blizzara, We're going to get rid of Fire Dash because we're not going to be using that. And we're going to be putting on a second Cura because I want to get Cura Gar as soon as I possibly can. But I need more money for that. So we're going to sell Fire Dash because I don't care about Fire Screen or the move itself. I don't know if I want to keep Vision Fire Gar. I probably don't really care about Blizzara, I imagine, anymore. So I'm going to sell that as well. I don't care about Base Cure at all. Don't care about Bind. Don't care about Slow. And don't care about Sleep. So I've got a little bit more money now. And I can buy myself a second Cura. This way I have more curing in my deck, but also I'll be able to make a Cura Gar by the end of this world, more or less. And I still keep the Ether, and strike rate doesn't seem too bad, especially for the upcoming fights. We do want to start leveling up Flame Salvo, though. Even though that's going to make the upcoming fights a little bit more difficult, since we won't have Sonic Shadow. If need be, I can always switch back to Sonic Shadow for that fight. Hopefully that won't be needed, but it's always a possibility. Maybe even before we get there, we'll be able to melt some things together. Soothing Crystal, I don't really care about too much. Remember, we have Counter Hammer. It's maybe not very relevant right now, but you've got to remember we have it. We also are about to get another ability, which I think... I don't know what the new ability here is. I know it's an ability which... Oh, wait, Gold Rush? Okay, so we unlock Gold Rush. We don't really want that right now, is the thing? I mean, the money is nice, don't get me wrong, but Thunder... And a Fleeting Crystal. Oh, it's for Aqua. I remember now. Aqua gets it, her counter move in one of those chests. Thunder Surge with Fire makes Fire Surge. I think. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't think so, actually, now that I think about it a little bit more. Because it's not listed. It's not listed on the wiki here, and I'm assuming that if that were the case, it would be listed on the wiki, because that would be a fairly easy way to make it. I don't know. That was unnecessary. But okay, so let's focus here for a moment, because I'm going to take out any enemy I find here, just purely because I, one, can use just the experience and the levels in general. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage! And that is the reason I need levels. Because the moment I get locked into any kind of combo, I get fucked. That being said though, I don't want my finishing command to be Gold Rush. Let's go back to finish, because we want to have the one that keeps leveling up throughout the entire game. I think it's like something rock something. It creates rocks at any rate. So I don't really care about the items over there if it's only Thunder Surge. But I care about the enemies and the experience it gives me, I guess, right? But if it's only Thunder Surge and whatever it was, the item, I don't think I really give a shit about any of those. Because I'm going to go Fire Surge, obviously, because that's just literally the best thing I can do, most damage, and easiest to get. There might also... It's too bothersome to go down and go back up for just like a couple of enemies. There might also be like a shot lock that uses thunder damage, but I don't know if there is for Terra. And where to get it. Maybe like endgame. You can get that, but we have Flame Salvo equipped right now, meaning that we're going to be using Flame Salvo now, which means that we probably just want to have a fire boost. And Flame Salvo is, again, a very easy shotlock to use as well, which is not unimportant for a Let's Play like this, where I can just like mash the X button when I use it, rather than having to think about which buttons I'm using, like with... how much is leveled up? Like with Sonic Shadow. Which takes a little bit of brain power, which is, I don't have a lot of brain power to spare in a series like this. So I really, really, really hope that I can get Fire and Flame Edge working for me before going into the upcoming fight, because if I can, I'll have some more room to like put in other stuff, if I even have other stuff in my deck at this point. Maybe I don't actually. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just keep a lot of fire. I think I do have Flamestorm at this point, so maybe that wouldn't be the worst idea. Let's get rid of you first, because you can be a bit of an issue. Exactly. I don't know if I can block this, but we're gonna try. Doesn't look like you can. Makes perfect sense, not being able to block an explosion with a key. I'll give you that. You probably shouldn't be able to block that with a key. I was kind of hoping that you could, though. Let's see if I have... Oh my... Fuck! Like, one moment you're at full health, then two things chain you, and then you're dead. Also, I probably should turn off desktop audio, because otherwise if I get a message, you guys will be able to hear it, and I don't want that. So, I think you maintain experience after you die, so... that'll help. Yeah, no, you don't. Because those fires definitely leveled up to level 2 before as well. So, and Counter Hammer definitely also leveled up to level 3. So you do not maintain experience in this game after you die. I think, is it Dream Drop Distance where you do that? There's one game where you do that. Maybe it's when you press continue rather than retry? I don't know. There is a thing where you can die and maintain all the experience you've gotten. In a game. I just don't know which one that is. And at this point, it doesn't really matter because I'm just not going to die again. That's my plan. Is that a very good plan? Well, in theory, yeah, but I don't know how I'm going to put that into practice, honestly. High potion, I don't really care. I don't like... Okay, so I've decided I don't like this bridge. So I'm just going to skip this bridge and go to the boss fight. And then we'll have some more time to level up the commands and stuff next episode. It'll be fine.
Terra! Aqua!
I like the coloration of the final mix version of this boss a lot better than the original, actually. Some of the coloration changes I'm not a fan of. This one, I fucking adore. Okay, so we probably gonna die, like, a fair bit here. And I probably should also start looking into Second Chance and Once More as soon as I possibly can. I literally only now just realized that I will not get those through level up, because that's not how this game works with abilities, so probably not a bad idea. Yeah, Flamestorm, there we go. This is gonna take up all my focus, but it should deal at least a moderate amount of damage. The spammy thing doesn't work yet on level 1. I entirely forgot about... Fuck! That shit. That deals a lot of damage. I don't like that. Firestorm, that's gonna hit them all. Didn't hit them right on, but it hit them well enough. That hit 2 of them. I think I might have enough. Oh my... That's exactly what I mean! Yeah, so probably after we finish up in Radiant Garden and Disney Town after the next episode, I'm gonna just like do a little bit of off-screen farming to get Second Chance Once More, leave Bracer, and just like a good deck. Because at this point in the game, we've got everything we need to build the deck and the ability set that we need. And it's Firestorm, not critical. Oh my! I might do it now. I might go do that now. Because holy hell! This game is very exploitable. But on critical mode, it also needs to be a little bit exploited sometimes. Once you get into critical mode, I mean, once you get into like having the proper deck, which like is just a shit ton of fire surges and then 1 or 2 cure gas, depending on how much you do need to cure. The game isn't that much more difficult in critical mode than it is in any other mode, because you pretty much do the same. It's not like you can get combo to death in the same way once you have second chance and once more. And it's just a matter of dealing less damage and getting more damage dealt to you. And at that point, it's more of a matter of, it's going to take you longer to defeat bosses, but it's not necessarily going to be much more difficult. Firestorm. That might actually take out this part. I think it did. I think it took out one of the parts. Don't hit me with one of your spinny moves, because that's going to annihilate me, and I'd rather you don't. This might be a good attempt. Okay. That better have hit him. I don't think that hit him very well. I might have been just a tad too far away. And that is really, really annoying. But we still can do this, probably, without too much trouble. Now that there's only 2 parts of him left, this one won't take any damage until the other one has been killed at this point. I think we'll be fine. But we might still have to watch out, because if this guy... Okay, Firestorm, Firestorm, Firestorm! I think we're fine. Just dodge all of these. Dodge all of these. They don't deal a lot of damage, but they can still be deadly. Please. I needed to. I needed to be invincible. Okay, I think we got that! Victory. Almost. Ventus and Aqua are doing good shit, I'm telling you. They're dealing most of the damage here, I feel. HP increase and learn Rock Breaker. I don't really care too much about Rock Breaker. The HP increase is very, very welcome.
Terra!
Ben, now!
Come on!
Got him.
We make a good team.
Sure do. Oh yeah, I got you
Oh,
these
family
tickets.
drama time.
For what?
Lifetime passes to Disney Town. He said to take 2 grown-ups.
You actually said your parents,
You mean us?
but translation.
Listen to me, Ven. We need to get you home.
It's okay, Aqua. Trust me, that guy in the mask is history. I'll never badmouth Terra again.
You saw the boy in the mask?
Yes?
Vanitas. Ven, you let Aqua take you home.
No way. I want to go with you guys.
You can't. We have a dangerous task ahead of us. I don't want you to get hurt.
And what is this dangerous task, Terra? It doesn't sound like what the Master told you to do.
The sound is
It might be a different
real.
route, but I'm fighting the darkness.
I'm not so sure. I've been to the same worlds as you, and I've seen what you've done. You shouldn't put yourself so close to the darkness.
Listen to yourself, Aqua. Terra would never.
You mean you've been spying on me? Is that what he said to do? The Master's orders?
He was only...
Aqua.
I get it.
Terra.
Just stay put. I'm on my own now. All right?
Terra, please, listen. The Master has no reason to distrust you, really. He was just worried.
That always struck me as a Very well executed scene.
Master Xehanort is the only one I can still count on.
But also, Terra's only done like one bad thing at this point.
It's that old coot. He won't stop asking for you. I came all the way out here to get you, just so he'd clam up.
What do you mean?
Ha! Do I have to spell it out? Xehanort, whatever he's called. You know, my prisoner.
You're apparently not a very good liar. Master Xehanort would never let himself be caught by a thug like you.
As if. I got the old coot at my mercy. See for yourself. I'm holding him underneath the outer gardens. You better show up before I lose my patience. Ciao.
Or an eye.
There's no way it's true. But no harm in looking.
You never know with Lucio. You never know. Manipulative prick. I mean, I don't know about Lucio that much. I mean, the only thing we've seen from Lucio are either like this time period as Braig/Xigbar, at which point he's definitely pulling some strings on Xehanort without Xehanort realizing it. But other than that, if we go back to like Keyblade War era, he's not that manipulative. It's the Master of Masters that's manipulating everybody. Lucio is just like kind of tagging along and just taking the Keyblade and the box far, far away. Doesn't seem like too much of a bad guy. The only question is, how is everything going to come together in the next saga? Because I honestly don't know who's going to be the bad guy. Is Lucio going to be the bad guy? Is the Master of the Masters going to be the bad guy? Are both going to be the bad guy? What about the other Masters? I don't know. This is the end of this episode though, so we'll just have to wonder that for eternity. Not that next episode is going to answer those questions, because I don't know. We'll just have to wait for more games. But first, Melody of Memory, because that seems like a fantastic game. I'll be playing it on the channel, don't get me wrong, but anyway, see you guys next time. Bye.